Her lips which whisper, like reeds on the wind, wet with moisture sprung from a well deep within. Whispers, like the petals of an iris, the reedy blossom which weathers and is not trodden down for long. Fell Burgundy Iris or Moses Cleveland's Canterbury Tales. I think it's book 8, on line 2341. But 7 down, a score or more, but silent as they hit the floor, to fall to pieces, ere to rise again. What fall befell ever to dwell in this subterranean hell, a fate thus wrote, in bondage to remain. But to recast when all is done, a die thus cast, and mote to none, reconjured with the dawning of the sun, reconjured with the coming light, to cast anew this endless fright, the pleasure ere to be but so much fun. Deconstituent cauldron brew, the deconstruction did ensue, but for to reconstruct which came at dawn. Heads to heave and limbs to sever, precipitating like bad weather, or calling cards displayed upon the lawn. For hail this hail be bothered not, but aimless strife, and soon forgot, repentless and repenting not to be. Now risen dead to be set free, to find their souls repentless be, but from the spell how they to be set free. To ponder now for souls to ransom, the portal closed, but for the transom, boredom's plight, a mind indeed to wander. What ransom for the spellbound dead, a deathless life indeed to dread, boredom's plight, what thoughts indeed to squander. Pandered for indeed to ransom, on life renewed, for to fathom, but nigh to die, what bones to pry or pick, but bones to pick or pry apart, to form anew a frightful start, like candle fire with an unending wick. But 3 more corpses yet to drop, the horses done, the fray to stop, an unexpected foray to be sure. With unsound voice they hit the ground, the chamber thus became unbound, the hellish host for future to endure. What hellbound host ere yet to be, flagrant fixation for to see, but sightless sockets ere for to despise. But lightless now, the glowing dim, the rebirth margin ere so slim. What task be done, for they again arise. A hole discovered, hind a rock, a boulder be, what ancients sought, or clutter from the corpses lay, a jumbled mess, their limbs asplay. Is frantic for the hole to find, to descend not, but was no time before the coming light of day, to play or search for sheep astray. The gauntlet run, the night near done, but anxious for to see the sun, again before the skeletons did rise. The hole but larger than a cart, deep down below, a frightful start. A dull red glow below, I would surmise. A pit of deepness, beyond count, for want of rope indeed to mount. No time before the wayward souls return. What mystery in depths did lay, in caverns deep, I dare not say, back to the spider shaft with angst to burn. And up the rope, no time to plan for to return, but up the span, to climb the ropes up to the ledge above. A spider's fate, but for to prize, did plummet he to his demise, the light of love but shining in his eyes. But shining still, his heart ere true, what heartless love indeed did brew, what heartless lust scintilla there to spy. What heartless lust ate legs of gout, no lips to be for he to pout, or bark to hearken or beseech his love. Better catch the movie first, yon love indeed has quite a thirst, what meal to be but he, from push to shove. A meal begat no time to scat, or squat and scoot, a dribble splat, but left behind a scat to mind, or mine, a find, indeed, but with a glove. Blind crickets there, but for to munch upon his carcass, indeed, lunch, his husk but drained indeed of blood and seed. Bountiful harvest but for she, cornucopia, for to please, a feast to flatter, nay to splatter he. mused Katana as she climbed up the rope. Downward glance, but mused Katana as she climbed the rope. Downward glance, she but to hope. His fate to be but what she'd imagined. A manic mote, no cause to pause, a fantasy for to resolve, manifest, for thus indeed had happened. Of thus she thought, for thus she hoped, as clambered she but up the rope. Upon the ledge she dragged herself and spat into the pit. No way to know how far it went. 'Twas time to go. To catch her breath, a moment's rest, she sat. Then up again to help her friends onto the ledge, a hand to lend, a helping hand to guide and show the way, a helping hand to grasp as well as severed thus the rope had fell. As first to lead and last to leave, Sabrina thus indeed was peeved. As slammed into the rock she was, a stifled grunt, and just because she bounced and hit the rock again, some coin indeed downward to send, to plummet down, but with a ching, a bing, but shiny was that bling. Its thunderous echoes within the pit, indeed a small price but to pay. And that's it for tonight. We'll pick it up next time with 2379. Almost done with Book 8. Thank you, everyone, for your support. You can check me out on Facebook. I've been doing a lot of AI work to support this, with publications on Facebook as well. The artwork pretty much works. It's not exactly what I'm looking for, but these illustrations take a long time to do. And after my work was stolen back in August of 2023, it really set me behind in a big way. But love y'all. Thank you for support. I'm Timothy Burke on Facebook. It's my art and poetry page. You're welcome to follow me. Like I said, the stuff I've been publishing on Facebook is pretty cool, but most of it comes with illustrations. And it helps you kind of like to flesh out what this whole universe looks like. But thank you again for your support. Love you all. Have a beautiful night, and have a happy Halloween. Hopefully it won't be as haunted as mine is. Love you all. Bye.